Good morning and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Gabe Townsend.
And I'm Preston Walter.
Some teachers are implementing a new policy dealing with the use of cubbies in classrooms. Connor McKibben has the story.
Some teachers have started a new phone policy that limits the use of cell phones during class.
One of the things that I've noticed with the policy is that the kids aren't distracted by their phones. They just walk in, they put their phone down, and they walk to their desk, and they never even think about their phone again, which is normally in class they're constantly checking it, or they're trying to text somebody, and they're distracted by what's going on. So I've discovered that we're getting so much more done in class because they aren't stopping to look at their phone, or if I give them 15 minutes to complete a task, they actually complete the task in 15 minutes because they don't pick up their phone and look at it. So my sons go to this school, so I really don't see any issue with, I think any teacher, they have teachers that do have the same policy, and I don't think there's any problem with that.
However, not all students are being affected by this new policy.
They don't really bother me too much. I don't really go on my phone that much in class unless I need to. If it's for like a science class or something, then I'll use it. But like mine is in English. I don't really use my phone in English, so I don't really care.
I think if it's a class where they're using the phones, for something, for research or whatever, I think that's fine. I think it works for every class because not every class is 100% research based, or they're not using their phones all the time. So on the occasion where I might have the kids look something up, I let them get their phones and we do what we have to do, and then we put the phones away. So it's, I think for the most part, it can be worked in any single class, unless it's a class that you're using your phone 100% of the time, which I don't think that actually ever happens.
Even though some teachers are using this system, it is not a required school policy.
A recent change has been made to the men's 900 bathrooms. Last Monday, the air dryers were changed to a paper towel dispenser. So far, the change has only been made to the 900 men's bathrooms.
There's been an increase in sophomores in the AP Human Geography class. We go to Sam Toomey with more.
This is the first year that the AP Human Geography course fulfills the sophomore social science requirement. According to the AP Human Geography teacher Mark Andreatta, about 20 of his 60 students this year are sophomores, while only 5 out of about 25 students were sophomores last year. Sophomore Kylie Grano is currently enrolled in the AP Human Geography course because she is interested in the current event aspect of the class and thought the AP Euro course would be too time-consuming.
One, because I felt that AP Euro possibly was too much work for my personal schedule, and then again it relates more towards current events, and that's more what I'm into, and learning about today's world rather than the past.
Growth of the Human Geography class, according to Mark Andreatta, could be attributed to freshman students signing up for the Human Geo class because of a misconception.
For people thinking, I'll take AP Human Geography instead of AP Euro because it's so much easier, they've got the wrong perception of it, and they really haven't. They're basing it upon, they've heard how hard AP Euro is without really understanding how hard AP Human Geography is.
Even with the expected increase in the Human Geography class, the AP Euro class shouldn't lose enrollment because of students' mindsets like current AP Euro student Bradley Morin.
I took AP Euro instead of AP Human because I think AP Euro, being in the class all year long, a tough class would help my work ethic to prepare me for classes I'm going to take at Roseville in the following years.
Although there's been an increase in class size, AP Euro still has roughly twice as many students.
We now go over to Jason Russell with sports.
Good morning and welcome to this edition of EOTSN. I'm Jason Russell. The Roseville High School varsity girls golf program finished last season undefeated in league with a 12-0 record as well as the league championship. The roster is a little bit smaller this year with the team only consisting of 8 players instead of 11. Currently on the phone we have returning girls varsity golfer and recent commit to UC Riverside, Kayla Kwong. Good morning, Kayla. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Now, Kayla, looking at the season ahead of you, what are the goals for this year's team and what are your personal expectations for the upcoming season?
Well, I really hope the team makes it as far as we did last year. And for my individual goals, I really want to make it to state this year.
With your stats, I'm sure you're going to make it to state this year. So even though your varsity team has had less players than last year, the girls golf program as a whole has more people playing in it. What's that like for you seeing all these new players coming to golf?
Well, the fact that we have like a larger team, I think that it's going to influence a lot more other girls to play golf, and it's just great that like a lot of girls are like picking up golf now, and it's fun to see all these girls coming out. And yeah, I think the game of golf is going to grow even more.
I agree with you. It's always fun to see a sport gain popularity. Kayla, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us, and we wish you the best of luck with the upcoming season.
All right, thank you.
Now, Kayla, as I mentioned before, committed to play golf at UC Riverside. And on the topic of committing, if you are a senior athlete and you committed to playing at a college over the summer, or if you commit sometime during this school year, send me an email at this email address. Make sure you include your name, college, sport, and position, and we will make sure that you get on EOTSN to make sure that you get the credit that you deserve. And that's it for us today on EOTSN. Now over to Troy with Tiger Talk.
Hello, this is Troy Maldonado. I'm taking over Tiger Talk. Earlier in the show, you saw teachers are implementing a new way of taking students' phones, and I go and talk to students and see their opinions on this.
I think sometimes it can be pretty okay, but when it's me, I don't like it, personally.
Like, how would you feel if you were put in a cubby?
I'd probably feel a little scared. I've been in a similar situation where I was locked in my neighbor's trunk for a few days, and I didn't like it. I can't imagine my phone would like it either.
To be completely honest, I feel like it's a little disrespectful. I'm entitled to my property, and they shouldn't be allowed to take my phone away, even if I'm doing something disrespectful.
I think students should get their phones taken away because they're always on them with Snapchat.
My phone taken away, so there's like a select few people who should probably put it away or get it taken away. But like, I don't think everyone, as a result, should get it taken away.
So my opinion on that is teachers should really shouldn't take the phones away from the students unless they catch them with their phones. For me, I never take it out because I can't do anything on it.
Why does it suck?
Because you can't use your phones in class, and when you have your phone, you're like way more productive and you're way more on task.
So do you use your phone for like academics and stuff in class?
Of course, always. Never use my phone off task. It's always just straight work.
A lot of students have mixed opinions, but personally I think it's going a little overboard, but I can see that it helps in many different ways by keeping students off their phones during class. Now we go back to news.
Thanks, Troy. This year, student government has welcomed special needs students to the class.
This year, special needs students have been integrated into student government. The kids are in the class in order to get a better representation of the entire campus. According to Activities Director Brett Maddox, one of the responsibilities of student government is to have a class that represents truly the entire school. According to Senior Class Officer Cam Anderson, the students seem to be blending right into the classroom.
They really bring like a different kind of energy, and like, yeah, they just make everyone smile and appreciate everything more.
Our class officer says that the kids are adapting nicely to the class.
Actually doing really well, and they listen well. Like when you tell them something to do, they're very cooperative, so it works nice.
Tiger Pride Club President Camry Hunt is happy with the integration.
I'm so proud of them, and I'm so happy that the school is working towards the idea of full inclusion in the curriculum and in the classes, because it's something that I think really needs to be addressed. And it's overcoming those barriers and the isolation of students who have disabilities, and actually getting them to be involved not just in clubs and activities, but actually in normal, regular classes, because they are students here at Roosevelt High School and deserve to be treated as such.
This is student government's first year doing this. That's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on at eyeofthetigernews.com. See you next time.